podcast. I'm Kathleen.
I'm Miles.
I'm Kirk.
And welcome to our Season 5 chapter-by-chapter deep dive into each episode of Volume 1. At the end of each of these episodes, we're going to end with some of our favorite moments, Kirk's funny moments, my feeler moments, and Miles' music moments. So please join us today for Chapter 3, The Turnbow Trap.
Welcome, everyone. This is a Stranger Things podcast. Our motto is the tall task of dig-dugging into why we love Stranger Things. Let's get to it. This is a good episode.
And as we like to start all of our podcasts with, spoiler alert. If you've not seen Volume 1,
Basically
make sure
just
you don't
Sorcerer.
listen. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Just
I guess
the one episode right now.
Yeah, you might spoil Sorcerer. So just be aware of that before you listen to us today.
You have been warned.
I love that we're doing the deep dive into the Turnbow Trap here. This episode, I feel like it's the episode the audience most probably doesn't want to deep dive for, but that's precisely why we need it.
Oh, I loved this episode.
Yeah, it's just so
It's a trap.
It's so overshadowed by Sorcerer. I don't know, maybe I'm but it's also the only episode of Volume 1 that's directed by a different director. Frank Darabont of Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile.
Oh, man.
He did The Mist in 2007, which was his last movie. He also did, I think, the first full season of Walking Dead, but hasn't done anything for a decade or more. Frank Darabont at the director's chair. I loved his work, but did you guys feel anything different because there was a different director? Did you notice anything in the rewatch process here?
I noticed a few things. There was a lot of focus on the settings. Like as each scene kind of started, there was a lot of focus, like Derek's room while he's playing Nintendo.
yeah.
Just that wide shot, the classroom, the wide shot with Erica raising her hand. Just there was so much more like prevalence on the setting.
Yeah, more like an old-fashioned sort of like slow crawl into the setting.
Yeah.
Derek's room especially, but the Wheeler house too,
Yeah.
like just the way we're kind of joining that breakfast. Yeah. I also thought there was kind of a different sense of humor in this. Like we'll talk about it a lot. There's definitely a lot of levity in this. There's also a slightly different sense of humor than the Duffers usually have. It's all subtle, but
This
I
episode
thought
was hilarious.
It
I
was.
loved this episode.
It was
This is
very funny.
absolutely my favorite thing through the deep dive. Just focusing on this episode was my favorite. It is so good.
Oh, man. That is like opposite of my experience.
Okay, go.
I really liked this episode. I'm by no means saying I didn't like it or that it isn't one of my favorites, but I just feel like everything was kind of laid out for us.
Mm-hmm.
So deep diving into it was actually kind of difficult for me because I felt like everything was spelled out really well, which I liked. I liked that a lot. But for me, it was just understanding the characters in this episode more, like specifically Will, which we'll have a lot to say about that as we get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I do hear you on that. I think that is kind of the consensus. Episode 3 is basically the setup for episode 4. It's the hill towards the climax of Act 1. This has kind of been the last few seasons, too. The third episode has been mostly just kind of putting pieces into place for some big fourth episode climax, whether that be the Sonnet Test in season 3, Dear Billy in season 4, or Sorcerer in this season.
But what I have to say is, like, for a setup episode, a lot of times those are boring for shows. This was not boring.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, for a setup episode, this was so much fun.
Yeah,
Thank you for getting this.
Characters really shined in this episode.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Frank Darabont will be back for episode 5. So he'll be directing Shock
nice.
Jock on Christmas Day. So
I'm pumped about that.
let's start where we left off in chapter 2 with Joyce, Robin, and Will. This wonderful scene as Robin and Will walk the street after an all-nighter.
Oh, yeah, right?
And Joyce drives right by him and slams on the brakes.
Do you think she saw it?
Get in. And then Joyce just starts ripping into Robin.
Dude, I know. I was just going to say, I felt really bad for Robin. Like, all of the blame is laid on Robin here, which makes sense. I mean, Will has always been Joyce's baby.
She should have left a note.
She's perpetually insincere.
Yeah.
But that is annoying Will. Will notices that, feels that, like, you're not even looking. I'm right here.
Yeah.
Look at me. And Will says it. Your plan sucked.
Yeah.
And my plan was awesome, and it worked because we now know something.
But You know
Yeah.
what? Like, the way you're saying it is like he put her in her place, but I was so surprised that he's so kind to her.
Yeah.
Even the way he says that, which if you guys listen to our reaction podcast, I was almost like a little let down by the whole Will dynamic. Obviously, it makes up for it with the final episode. But like, I wanted to see more strength from Will. And watching this a second time, I have a fully different perspective on Will and his personality in this episode.
Absolutely. Yeah. We are watching that boy who jumped the trees
Yep.
slowly come back to existence.
Yeah.
Do you think Joyce took this to heart? I feel like
Oh yeah,
she did.
Her reaction to it was just like, he's never talked to me like this before.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, my boy's actually becoming a man. Like
Yeah.
her reaction to it all, like she just takes it in, and she kind of just agrees. You know, she's like, oh wow,
I was gonna say,
you're right.
And she does take the feedback, because later when Jonathan's like, well, we don't want to kidnap a kid, and she's like, now's not the time to play it safe, Jonathan. So Jonathan, of course, gets the low end of the stick. But
right, older brothers, right?
Deserving, though. It's Jonathan. No.
before we go, that was actually not the scene right before the credits. We get this little 40-second snippet of Derek. Well, we don't even call him dipshit Derek
yeah,
yet.
but ominous.
He's just in the teacher's room or whatever. He's like just putting together gumdrops or something.
Yeah,
And he just
classroom's
kind of
going-
slowly turns around and looks at Mr. What's-It, Henry, Kirk.
And just smiles.
Creepy smile.
Creepy dude wearing 50s attire with a pocket watch, and he's just like, hey, I like that guy.
Yeah.
So when we watched it Thanksgiving Eve, we had to pause kind of right around here. And we had to take, well, you, Kathleen, you took our son, Waylon, to bed.
Yes.
And Kirk, you and I were downstairs. So before Derek even had any lines, I remember you absolutely pumped about Derek just from this smile.
Oh yeah, he's got that look, the shirt and everything, just the chubby cheeks. There's something about his presence that is just like perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just sassy kid.
Stranger Things does it again. They
Yeah.
bring a loving, beloved character
Just
to
that
life.
smirk itself is just fantastic.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
is good.
Like,
It's good.
the only person that's ever smiled at Vecna.
I just wanted to call you out that you were already all aboard the Derek train.
Oh, yeah.
We hadn't even seen him say really any lines
Oh,
yet. All right, so what we love about Stranger Things as well is when the groups convene, share information, and come up with a new plan. So our Chapter 2 groups of Mike, Nancy, and Lucas, Steve, Dustin, and Jonathan, Joyce, Robin, and Will, they all collect back together at the radio station. Nancy says Vecna was appearing to Holly as Henry, trying to earn her trust. We don't know why. Will says, I know who the next victim is. It's Derek. Dustin says, well, we need to come up with a plan. Dustin put some holes in the plan that they have about kidnapping Derek.
Yeah.
You're going to save him via kidnapping.
We're
gonna
saving
save
a child
yeah.
via kidnapping.
Yeah.
Put that on your license plate.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so.
Don't overthink it, Jonathan.
She is unsure. Everybody's kind of unsure, and this is the dungeon master moment. I think what you called out from the trailer, Kirk, Mike takes over here, combines all the plans, and says, you know what? Dustin's right. This doesn't get us any closer to Holly, but we could shoot it with a tracker, lure it back, go to Holly. We could set up a trap and all that stuff. And you feel the moment where Mike kind of took over here. This is the Wheeler plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He connects all the plans. He gets all the information. He knows what's going on. And he's not just putting a bunch of questions together. He's just like, this is what we're going to do. Oh, I got it. You
And
know?
it feels good. It feels good to have him in charge too.
Yeah.
I do want to shout out. I am kind of irritated with Jonathan not being on board first. Like, of course he wouldn't be.
Yeah, right?
Like, come on. Like, this is life or death.
Yeah. And I was a little irritated by Dustin a little bit.
Really?
He's like, yeah, there's some holes in our plans, like almost like rhetorical. And there's like, and like, well, that's one hole. Another thing, well, that's two holes.
But most importantly,
this doesn't help Holly. And it's like, well, just say it, dude. Like, why,
wasn't bothered, but I feel like the scientific process, the group can talk in this way.
I guess so.
But he is moody.
Yeah,
He is moody.
I
throughout
guess
this episode.
Dustin's
He's
just,
moody, and he usually is the one to like come up with the solutions, not
that's
point out
true.
the problems.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
kind of why it felt weird. It was a Mike moment. Really cool one. I did have a small thing to say, which is that Joyce puts the projector on and then she says, tunnels, and Will grabs the sheet of tunnels and puts it on top. I think that's been Will's like whole job for the crawl.
Projector boy.
She could have put the tunnel sheet over, but it's like clearly this is Will's job. Is the
like the only job that she'll allow him to have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Will does give the whole, like, yeah, we're taking him to the farm or whatever. He's like, yeah, we're going to Mill Barnes Farm because it's abandoned. Like, Will's up there with the stick.
Oh, yeah, he does kind of
yeah,
speak there.
We need to help out
That's
Derek.
new Will.
Yeah.
I was just referring
New
to
Will.
clearly before this, his only job was putting the tunnel sheet down.
Right.
So Mike and Lucas have to go talk to Erica because part of their plan involves Tina, Erica's friend, getting them into her house, which is the Turnbow house. Spoiler reveal: Tina and Derek are siblings.
Turnbow Realty.
Yeah, we have heard about Tina across all seasons. She's referenced even in season 2.
Yeah.
Tina's got my back.
Yeah.
Season
Was she
3, you gotta-
actually in it though? Well, like was she
No.
at she wasn't at Scoops of Hoyt? That she was just talked about.
Yeah, just talked about it.
Erica was supposed to go to a party or
Yeah.
something.
And
Tina's birthday
Steve's like, I
party or
don't
something.
care about Tina.
Yeah.
And then you remember Lucas's moment in season 4 when he goes, and if you tell anyone about this, Tina, and he just lets this hate fill his face. He goes, especially Tina.
Yeah.
So to be able to actually meet Tina and see that Lucas's hate is justified. I didn't even need like 1 second with that girl before I knew,
Yeah.
rich, spoiled girl is always the friend who takes and not gives.
Oh, yeah.
Can we start with like the first thing about bringing Erica back into play here?
Yes.
Mr. Clark is back.
Hey-oh.
Yes.
Miles, I know this is like a character I wanted Mr. Clark back, but you really wanted Mr. Clark to come back.
I was going to riot if he wasn't back. I was so confident he'd be back, and I was absolutely happy to see him. And pay attention to what he's saying, because everything he's ever said across all of Stranger Things has turned out to be important.
Oh my God. Can we talk about what he
right
said?
before we get into Mike and Lucas convincing Erica, let's talk about what Mr. Clark is teaching.
He's talking about Einstein Rosen bridges, or wormholes, as they're otherwise known as. He says stuff like, think of all the places we can go, another galaxy, another time, even. And are we actually gonna make some sort of time jump? Is that like time thing that was brought up in season 4 gonna come back into play?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wait,
To me, we're kind of already wormholing. Like with
to the gates themselves.
the gates themselves, and then like Max like getting in, like Dear Billy when she's in the land, and then she almost seems like she wormholes back out.
Yeah.
You know, that seems like a wormhole to me.
And he says something about dimensions, too. So, yeah, it feels like there could be a Max
But the
wormhole.
thing that he ends with is that it would be extremely unstable and it would rip them apart. So
Ominous.
I initially thought that too. I was like, oh, is this like explaining what the Demogorgons were able to do going in between dimensions and stuff? But then I was like, just listening to him explain exactly what wormholes are and then how unstable they are made me think like, I don't think this is wormholes. I think this is just what he was talking about before in season 1, where you're poking a hole through the dimensions. That's what's happening now, but it's not an actual wormhole.
What did you call it first before we called it a wormhole?
Einstein Rosen bridge.
And what's the 7th episode of this season called? The Bridge. It's happening.
Foreshadowing.
And it has to be foreshadowing. Everything Mr. Clark talks about seems to come up later.
Oh, man. What is
This guy should be in the
that
group.
going to
He should
look
be,
like?
He doesn't even know it, but he saved the world twice by teaching Dustin and them how to do a sensory deprivation tank, explaining Flea and Acrobat,
Yeah.
and then he saves it by giving Joyce and Hopper, or just Joyce,
Yeah.
all the information she needs to know about how the magnets could fall off of her fridge.
Yeah.
I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, the way this season is going so far, it doesn't feel like they're going to make some sort of time jump. So I don't feel like that's going to happen. But then how else would you use like a time change? Like go back in time?
And we're heading
when
to
he was first
November
taken, or-
6th.
Oh,
I know I shot.
baby!
I know
Miles is back on board. It's
go.
on board for the first time, I should say.
I know I wasn't on board with your, it's early November, but
Kirk,
we've
high
got
five.
a lot of
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
coming on.
Oh,
We could
yeah.
be going through time on a specific day, an unstable thing. I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much, but
I know. I have all these questions, but I don't actually want to answer them right now. I want the Duffer Brothers to answer them for me. But I want the answers.
They should answer it. But point is, pay attention anytime Mr. Clark is on screen. It's important.
Oh, yeah. Our favorite science teacher.
Yeah. So Lucas and Mike convince Erica to leave that class learning about wormholes, and they say, you got to help us save dipshit Derek. And she's like, no, I don't care.
I know.
Also, I'm in a fight with Tina because of a PE incident 12 days ago. I don't want to help. And they convince her by saying, well, she's not going to like you after this. Also, Holly is in trouble.
And she's like, why didn't you start with that? And I'm thinking in my head, like, Erica's right. First off, why wasn't the first thing you said is like, Holly's in trouble? I think that would have at least got her attention.
They might have been a little thrown off by the 60 seconds timer go.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, come on.
I love Lucas's frustration with Erica.
Gosh, right?
I know.
He's been dealing with this his entire life. He's like, you bratty little younger sister. How dare you give me 60? It's hard to explain everything in 60 seconds.
Right? That is like true sibling.
I love that moment too, because that was such a well-known frustration between them.
And he just like, Mike, you got this.
Yeah, I can't talk to her. I can't talk to her right now.
That felt good. That felt good.
Well, so she does agree on the promise that it'll be bad for Tina later. Everybody's doing these little missions. Robin and Will are going to the hospital to steal meds from her fake grandmother, and they see Vicky and they hide. And I was trying to figure out, why do they hide? And so rewatching it, it's because Robin says Vicky talks so much that if she sees us, we're going to be blah, 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 in a big fight forever. We're going to miss the plane.
No, I don't think it was that. I mean, the talking for sure, but it was because she has to ditch her that evening for dinner.
No, she says
it's definitely both.
She says both, we're going to be in a fight and we're never going to be able to even leave Mrs. Massey's room because Vicky's going to talk so much.
Yeah.
And she knows she's a hypocrite.
I like how she calls herself out too.
Robin on fire. And they hide from her. Will gives a little like, hey, you could kiss her again.
Yeah.
What did you think about that moment?
Before we get into that, I just want to say shout out for the knock in the bowl cut. Yeah, I know they're not really in style anymore.
I knew that was your bowl cut.
Yeah, right. I just love that was addressed because in the making of the previous seasons, wasn't Noah Schnapp like he hated the bowl cut? He hated having it, right?
Yes.
I'm sure, yeah.
I'm sure
nobody likes a bowl cut.
Nobody likes a bowl cut.
And it's a bowl cut designed to be a real bowl put on the head because they don't have as much money. So but now it's kind of frayed out a little bit. It's looking better in season 5, I will say.
Yeah. Sorry I interrupted. I loved that little tidbit there.
No, and that's actually after this moment. He says, you can always kiss her again. And Robin's like, I knew you saw that. I knew that was your bowl cut. That's when it happens. But it was there was a little moment where Robin and Will start
the beginning
of the very important conversation that will happen next episode. Yeah. Murray is back delivering supplies. The Austin Mill Barge, the best smuggler / worst Bradley Big Buy employee. Is he bringing groceries at all?
Or also just Santa Claus. You can call him Santa.
Oh, yes, that's right. Santa.
He does call himself Santa Murray.
Yeah, Santa Murray.
Which is hilarious that he coins them. The people talking about themselves in the third person is hilarious. In volume 1 here. Steve did it in the first episode.
Oh, yeah. And Robin Chast said, no third person.
No third person. But Murray does the same thing. Santa Murray's here with gifts and toys.
I love how pumped he is constantly about doing this.
And he's on the stage. Like he's like a CPR dummy whose use is a mystery to me.
Yeah.
He's always kind of making a big deal about it. He only gets one thing for Dustin, so they're not going to get to trip out the van. And Dustin's mad at him. They have a little spat there. Murray is like, kiss my jolly ass.
I love that Murray puts him in his place. It's something that I kind of feel like everybody has wanted to do since Dustin has been lashing out.
The moodiness.
And Murray does it in the best way, in a way that Dustin actually apologized.
Yeah.
So I really like them, but also want to point out this reinforces to the audience how difficult his job actually is.
Yes.
Getting all of this stuff. It's not like he's just going to a superstore and getting everything they need. This is an actual struggle. This has not been easy for him. Yeah. And yet he comes in jolly old Santa Claus,
Yeah.
happy as can be.
Finding all of this stuff and then smuggling it into one of the most protected areas in the country.
I know. Gotta love Murray, man. A good Murray rant is just classic. Love this guy.
I think he just loves
Yeah.
to be like going under the military's noses.
Yeah.
Like
Like
that's what he's most excited about.
I think you said that right in our instant reaction. Like Murray, he's just born to be a thorn in the side of the
Yeah.
government.
His disdain for the government just shows through since we met him.
That's
Oh,
his
yeah.
real motivation
Yeah.
of everything. So Dustin kind of skulks off and sees Steve emptying out the van. He's going to make it lighter, even though washing fluid, which by the way would help. But Dustin is absolutely dismissive of him. I mean, did you feel like Dustin was in at all of a better mood here? Because
no.
he even goes like, "Oh, that's right, Steven." Calls him Steven. I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
and especially like you think he's just been like knocked down a notch by Murray. You think he'd learn he should probably be nicer, but no, he just instantly goes into lashing out at Steve. Goes after Steve's car. Like he knows how important the car is to Steve. I just thought it was kind of mean.
I thought things had lightened up.
He just laugh.
Oh, that's great.
I thought things had lightened up a bit by the time he gets to the Beamer, but on rewatch I wasn't quite sure.
Oh.
But he does get over there. It is for the fate of the world, so let's do it. He's going to put the drill into the Beamer, and we get a Ferris Bueller's Day Off reference. Day bow bow. Oh yeah. We get that reference there
yeah.
when the Ferrari is rolled down in that movie.
Yeah, Dustin's kind of pulling I feel like he's trying to be like Eddie, but he's just not. Eddie was kind of sweet. Like he was a jerk,
Yeah.
but he was nice. Like he was a nice comical jerk. Like Dustin's not really doing that. Like the way he climbs up on the car reminded me of Eddie climbing up on the table in the
Yes.
cafeteria.
Oh, you're right.
Like he's got the I don't give a crap about what anybody thinks, but he's not. He doesn't got the sweetness that Eddie
Yeah,
has.
like Eddie's purpose is to stick up for the nerds, to like glorify the nerdiness, whereas Dustin is just being
he's being the I don't care what
mean.
you think, but
Yeah.
he's not. He just hasn't really hit the Eddie note. I think
No.
that he needs to.
And the kid and his friends do tell him that, like, hey, Eddie wouldn't care what they're saying. Like, you're fighting for this thing, but Eddie wouldn't do that. Like, there is a
Yeah.
twistedness to it. It feels very real in grief. Like, I can't possibly be happy because Eddie is dead. But then if he was real, the place he'll probably get to is Eddie would want me to be happy. You know, so it's
Yeah.
like he's giving importance to the death at all times in his life. That's bumming him out, and he's not turning that corner. Obviously, his
Right.
grief, very, layered, just like Max's with Billy. I'm excited to talk about that as the volume 2 happens.
Yeah.
They're building this nice like riff between Dustin and Steve, and I
Yeah.
feel like Steve's going to say something really freaking smart in volume 2 here
Ooh.
to bring Dustin back around because they've been
Love
pushing that. They've
that.
been pushing that riff.
That does feel like we're building to something like that.
Yeah,
I
like,
love the idea of like Steve saving the day with something smart, saying something smart, which their dynamic is usually opposite
yeah. Steve's smart sometimes.
in different
Yeah,
ways. Like he's
different
not
ways.
Yeah.
science smart, but he is like relationship smart.
Yeah.
And then Nancy is in the barn testing the shells. Murray says, it's good for harsh conditions. I don't think it's going to survive a shotgun blast. Nancy says, yes, it will. Let's go test it. Right. I do feel like this is a weird spot for me. They're walking through the field. Murray and Jonathan are having their conversation about the engagement. We'll talk about that in a minute. Nancy snaps at Murray. I will shoot your potato sacks off. No matter how small they are. What exactly did Murray do? Talk too much through the field? Why does she snap at him here?
To her,
Or does she know they're
there's
talking
a lot,
about engagement?
I think she probably, I don't know that she knows they're talking about engagement. I think she knows that they're talking about her. I think this past 18 months, her focus has been on like finding and killing Vecna, and she's getting increasingly more and more annoyed with Jonathan, more and more annoyed with the like dynamic of Jonathan and Steve fighting over her. So like she knows that Murray is talking about her. They're they are talking about her in the background. And she's like, we have a mission right now. Stop chit-chatting. We're figuring stuff out.
Yeah, but they are walking with her.
They're still getting the job done.
No, well, I'm not saying she's right. I'm saying that's
she's
where the
grumpy
anger
and tired,
is coming.
and her parents are in the hospital.
Yeah. She's gone through a lot.
But snapping on Murray, they're
I
still
know,
carrying
poor
the
Murray.
sacks. They're going to set him up. They're going to shoot him. So I don't get
I
why
like
she.
when he-
Yeah,
my potato sacks are very large, actually.
he has to clarify.
I know. I love that he has to clarify.
Of course, the conversation that Jonathan and Murray do have is Murray saying what is kind of a bad thing, which is you should propose now because the conditions are perfect. She's really sad.
I fully disagree with Murray here. This is the
go, babe.
worst, absolute worst time to be getting engaged. Clearly, Jonathan and Nancy are like on the outs. It is not working out and hasn't been working out for quite some time. And he thinks they should get engaged? Like, oh, that's so awful. By the way, did not pick up the engagement until I saw the ring at all.
Oh, me neither. I was like,
I
are we going
had
on
no
a John
idea.
Coltrane plot?
I know, and like listening back, it's so obvious,
It is.
but
It's
like,
so engaging.
did not,
Yeah.
did not pick that up. Did none of you? You didn't either.
Oh, I
Kirk?
didn't pick up on it.
No.
Yeah.
Not until the rewatch.
Until they actually showed the ring in the Coltrane cassette.
Same.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
We all three of us were like, oh no,
we
no,
all went, oh,
Jonathan,
no.
no.
So Murray's whole thing about shared trauma is not the reason to get engaged. Sure was a good reason for them to hook up.
Exactly.
That made sense. And then why are we taking marriage advice from Murray? Murray ain't married. Murray ain't been with nobody.
He's an habitual bachelor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's the one giving the advice. So
Jonathan.
if
Well,
I was
that's
Jonathan,
funny.
I'm not listening to that. He's doing fine. Nancy's got a ton of problems. There's so much going on. It would be the worst possible time
Yeah.
to be like, hey, do you want to get married?
Plus, they're like 18 years old, 19 years old. Like, don't do that.
That guess that probably would have happened in the 80s, though. Like times are
That's-
different now.
that's
But
true.
yeah,
That's true.
but Murray's whole reasoning here, usually he's pretty spot on. It's not great logic on his
it's
part.
awful.
I agree. All right, let's get to the Turnbow Trap.
It's a trap.
Which starts with one of the greatest scenes in Stranger Things history, which is Erica's dinner with the Turnbows. We first meet the Turnbows. Like, God, Derek and Tina up in the room. It stinks in here. It's probably because of my farts. And then what I feel like was a shocking character moment, which was like, Mom says it's time for dinner. Mom can suck a fat one. It's like, whoa.
It's shocking.
It's such a good line. The way he delivers it. And it's a classic like young person thing. You found a line that offends everybody or shocks them. You're going to just keep going back to it.
Yeah.
And he does keep going back to it. And it's a great character line because we know these characters immediately. We know their mom immediately by like, be nice to whoever's at the door unless they're a Mormon or a Democrat.
Or a Democrat.
That's
that
good.
cracked me up.
I will say, like, they're like these rich people who are like, realtors and stuff like that, but they haven't fled. They're still quarantined, so they're clearly not the elite rich people. The elite rich people just leave town, go to their other mansion.
I think that's a product of we're rich. Nothing could happen to us.
Okay.
That's what I think it's from.
We're getting our Reagan tax cuts and we're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
We're the one
Yeah.
trickling down. We're good.
They're all like awful people. I mean, just two parents that are really not present in different ways. Like the husband is just this kind of weak, clearly alcoholic
Yeah,
who
dad's drunk.
probably like allows his wife to just mow over him all the time.
for sure.
And she's just a snobby rich woman that she's like the Karen of the group.
She is a very much a
not
Karen.
Karen
Yes.
Wheeler type of Karen, but the Karen.
The Karen, the meme, yeah.
Oh yeah, and like that's why they have such awful kids.
Yeah.
Like they clearly get spoiled. Derek's
Yes.
room, my God.
Oh, Derek's room,
Right?
The Nintendo. He's got a gumball machine in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude.
it is incredible. It's everything I would have ever wanted.
It's 3-story house. I mean, that thing is massive.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I loved it. That dynamic of that family was such a nice touch to this.
And it just all sets up this like really like serial killer monster moment from Erica. Like we don't want to feel too bad for these, but Erica is like mean, this is some messed up stuff. She comes in fake crying. Oh, Tina, I want to forgive you. Let's eat pie together.
What is it Dustin that's like, I thought Tina was mean.
Yeah, and Lucas is like, no, she's a villain.
Yeah.
She's the
Cruella DeVille.
Kill your baby, kill your dogs to make a Coke kind of baby.
Right.
At the dinner, of course, a lot of classic moments going on here.
This scene, it was so good. And the dad gets drunk, and the mom's like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, which is a classic mom saying.
Yep.
But the dad getting drunk, be nice to your spheres. Your spheres? your peers.
Oh, no, Dad's drunk again.
Dad's drunk again.
Dude, when he gets up to go.
That close-up is great. The full face shot of him. Just, oh, man, everybody's been there. I mean, if you've been super drunk, you just kind of got that. You're like almost going to puke. You got that wobble. He does that great.
And he falls with no bracing.
Oh, face plant.
It's a face plant to end all face plants.
And Derek immediately laughs.
Oh,
And he just,
I know, and then he
so
passes
funny.
out right there. And Erica's like, you should eat some pie, low calorie pie. And finally she's like, call the police. And she goes, he could do something. And I told you to eat your damn pie. She's getting the needle just
like no regret. She has no qualms about what she's doing in their house.
Oh,
and
yeah.
listen, so this is not my music moment, but just listen to the way the music is run there. Erica is the monster. Erica is it's like da-da-da, like she's like Jaws in there, like terrorizing the
And Tina is like legit. She's like crying, terrified for her family's life. Call the police, like freaking out.
And she's got the syringe and she's just
Yeah, the scream is so good.
a great directing moment. All of this was great.
And and Tina and Erica's argument too, just about the boy.
Yeah.
You
What was she said something
about dodgeball and
Yeah.
Tina whatever he does represents me too. And it's like,
Erica should have let him win or something?
No, they were playing dodgeball and Erica threw a ball really hard at Tina's boyfriend and gave him a black eye.
Oh, okay.
And he, being masculine man, how dare anybody make me look weak in front of anybody, is taking it out on Tina because Tina and Erica are best friends.
Yeah.
And so Tina then blames
So this
Erica.
guy's a jerk too.
Yeah, he's a total
shouldn't have cried like a GD.
I know.
Eric, when she said that, that was like I was like really taken aback by that. I was like, I forgot it's TVMA. We've seen Chrissy's bones snap. It was just before Erica, but he shouldn't have cried like a GD.
And this is like in front of her parents, right?
Yeah, right? The mom has not passed out at this point.
No.
Nor is the dad, I don't think.
Dude, Erica is an absolute champ. This is one of the best scenes, I think, in Stranger Things history.
Yeah, I
It's
loved
amazing.
It does bring a nice tradition of dinner scenes in episode 3. I told you guys I was doing this, but this dinner scene, last season, we had the risotto is schmacking dinner scene with everything. Who is this again? And she didn't look fine, all the ice skate attack stuff. And in season 3, we have the Billy Heather,
one.
Max,
They
and
take
of course
out the parents.
to the tune of American Pie. So we always seem to get a nice, solid dinner scene in episode 3.
Love it. Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I love a good dinner scene.
Yeah.
My Frank Darabont note on this was that the tone was perfect for this, because if it wasn't, what they are doing to this family.
It's really bad.
Right?
It's bad.
They put bags on their heads and drag their lifeless bodies out to the barn.
It's even worse, like, because season 3, that dinner with season 3 has happened. So like you kind of compare the two.
You kind of think about that. Like they're about to kill him. They're doing what the meat flare did.
Yeah, right?
But it was the plan.
It was a plan. And then they just take apart this house.
Oh, my gosh.
They're chainsawing the floor. I don't know what kind of house this is or how that works, but it seems to
It's a 3-story house. I instantly thought Home Alone, and then you talked about that later. They Home Aloned the house.
Yep. And they've referenced Home Alone as well as an inspiration.
It was so Home Alone instantly. That's like the vibe I got. But have we already talked about how amazing this bar and wine cellar is?
No, and may it rest in peace.
I know,
because
and it's destroyed.
It's done now, yeah.
Dude, they couldn't have moved the wine while they were waiting for the Demogorgon. I mean, that hurt my heart to see all
What kind of kids are these? I mean, Steve didn't steal a couple bottles of wine.
Oh,
Yeah,
Steve didn't go in the house. He didn't see the wine cellar, technically.
Well, that's
good
true.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Steve was there. He was
no, you're right.
He was
there.
Yeah.
Duh. He pulled out the chainsaw. What am I talking about?
The Wheeler kids should have known because they're the ones who knock over the wine.
Yeah.
Right? It's when they're cutting it. Not the Demogorgon does not knock over the wine.
Yeah.
The Demogorgon has more respect
for the wine.
for
The wine, yeah. I'm not sure if the floor would have fallen like that.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a rich person's house, but
And one side's going to give while you cut.
Yeah.
I mean, just sag in a bit.
unless it was already like a trap door or some situation, I really don't know
I
how
love
that happens.
that's what you guys are focusing on.
I'm not a
Is
I'm not a
how
carpenter.
the
I've never built a
square
house.
of door of floor fell to the
Just perfectly
bottom.
even. Like you finally finish the cut and it just drops. Like
Right.
my
I know.
God.
Maybe it's a Mr. Clark wormhole and we just haven't figured that out
We
yet.
haven't.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So before we do get the big Home Alone moment, we get this nice little talk between Joyce and Will outside of the barn. They're talking about their past and the trust. And I really, this is kind of their version of Elle and Hopper's stubborn punk ass conversation that they had in chapter 2, but with more success.
Yeah.
I was really touched by Joyce's revelation that she holds this guilt of just watching Cheers
man,
and
yes.
sitting there after her shift for 8 hours while Will was first missing on the first day.
Yeah, she didn't notice for 8 hours. She's so ashamed of that. You know, and I mean, just a classic normal day for her, you know, as she would have thought. But she's like, what was I thinking? Like my 11-year-old. Who doesn't check on their 11-year-old? I like that she admits that to Will. And I like Will's forgiveness of that situation.
I know. He has so much grace for her. Like, it just shows how close they are, how great of a relationship they are, or they have. But it also, I mean, you would certainly expect a mom in her situation to be crazy overprotective of her son. But the guilt part is just another way to show that too. Yeah. And the guilt hit me hard. I felt that. I just thought if I was in her shoes and I had done that, the guilt that I would carry would be so immense. You just can't get over that, and it just makes you so sad for Joyce thinking back how this has to have been eating at her this entire time. But the different she could have just totally gone into self-loathing, or she could have done what she did do, which was double down on protecting her son and doing anything and everything she possibly could do to keep him safe.
Yeah, and I mean, she's the biggest success story for her just devotion to her son, but her guilt for that 8 hours. But what really touched me was that she's telling him it all. This felt like this isn't the thing that the protector tells the thing they protect. This is a step towards more of an equal relationship. Man,
now that he's growing up,
I really blew it as a parent. One day you're going to be a parent. I mean, obviously that wasn't the vibe of the conversation at all, but she's talking to him more like an adult and not as the thing needed to be protected. So basically much more success than Hopper and 11 are having right now.
right.
I think Will puts it as trust is a two-way street.
Yeah.
And I think they represent that so much better than Hopper and 11. They're both very stubborn. You know,
Yes.
so
stubborn punk asses.
Yeah. But you know what? All this time, I did not even put that as the contrast. You both have brought up Hopper and 11, how different it is from them. It is such a contrast. It is with Joyce and Will, it's a two-way relationship, whereas with 11 and Hopper, it is just so one-sided, stubborn. Neither of them are willing to give.
Yeah. Well, I think
Hopper is.
You
I
think
don't know.
Hopper is? I
Yeah.
think the opposite. I think if anybody's going to give, it's going to be 11.
Oh, good Lord, no.
we don't.
11's my way or the highway, yeah.
We'll be talking about Hopper and 11 in a little bit, guys.
This is Will and Joyce's moment.
This is Will and Joyce's moment. I just want to shout out just one thing I love about Stranger Things, which is that this source of friction that was such a big deal for the last episode, Will and Joyce, is just kind of resolved. If this, I love Lost. You know I love Lost.
Yeah.
But if this was Lost, this would be a 12-episode arc.
Absolutely it would.
I felt really good. Okay, good. We're not going to have Joyce and Will fighting the whole season. I love this little and a calm moment before a battle. I'm always a sucker for that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it was just nice. They both handled it very nicely. Like Will's forgiveness in that scene is great, and I like that it ends on a happy note.
Yeah.
She even admits my plan sucked, and he's like, kind of sucked.
And again,
and
again, a reminder of what they're doing, which is guarding the protected, lifeless bodies of the people they kidnapped.
They're protecting them by kidnapping them.
So the Demogorgon, or Steve and Dustin are in the car. They spot the Demogorgon while Robin has just been apparently rambling into the walkie-talkie just nonstop.
I know, right?
No.
What kind of lawyers are those?
It's like white-collar criminals.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be more than them?
She's just been monologuing into the walkie-talkie.
And Steve, just shut up.
They spot the Demogorgon, and we get this wild, wonderful Home Alone sequence where the Demogorgon comes through Derek's room, finds a CPR dummy, and Lucas pops in there, sprays it with the acetone, and
the water balloon grenades.
Just gets, not sprays. Gets it with the grenades.
Yeah.
A Murray touch. Yeah.
But just shout out to Lucas's jump over the
rug.
Oh, hell yeah.
It looked like it was actually the actor. I guess I don't know that, but it was a great jump.
Played basketball.
This was an amazing. Well, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. This was an amazing scene. Well oiled, well executed.
Mm-hmm.
They were ready for like deviations, which did happen with the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Are you making fun of the way I said that?
He's so well oiled.
I could see your face when I said that.
I don't know about that was the word for it.
I don't even really understand why they couldn't have done all the things that they did to it at the basement in the living room. Why did it have to fall into a pit first for them to shoot it?
It
barbed
fell
wire.
into the barbed wire to hold it in place.
Okay.
Long enough to shoot it.
Far too much barbed
Wow,
wire.
Mike, yeah. So
I think it was an appropriate amount.
That's a lot of barbed wire.
I'm gonna disagree with you on
Okay.
everything we say today.
I like that. Yeah.
So Mike does, like you said, deviations. Mike's job is to just kind of whack it until it goes down
Right.
there. And I love Lucas just shouting, "Get it! Get it!" Like,
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Lucas. Gets in there. Nancy shoots it with the tracker. Jonathan throws the flare at it to light it on fire. I was trying to figure out what that was about.
To drive it back into the upside down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Season 1. They're like, that's how you do it. You light it on fire and it goes back to the upside down. So yeah, I figured that out.
And
Seems
I like
you
the
already
way
had
they
that.
call it. It flipped. It flipped.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
That code word.
Yeah. So really amazing plan. It does work. It's running away. Steve and Dustin are chasing it in the car.
Oh, Nancy and Jonathan get in that car. They must have booked it from the downstairs.
Oh,
true.
yeah, that's right.
Well, it is the Beamer, so...
Well, I mean, like, just them them getting out of the house in
To
time
the
to get to
Beamer.
the car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, they must have booked it. Like, oh, let's move. Like, that's a good point.
I think they did, like, as soon as it flipped, they ran.
Yeah.
And
so
then
they track it.
Yeah, they track and trap it, and it turns around.
And that's when we realize Derek has woken.
Yeah, because they this was so weird for all of us. I think all of us had this experience. We didn't remember that the episode ends with them in limbo here. Obviously, we have a scene to talk about that. But like all of us thought that the Turnbow trap was going to keep going, and it doesn't. It's actually the cold open for the next episode.
Yeah.
So for it to end, it's like turned around. Will says it doesn't matter. It's coming for us. Derek's up. And that's the last we see of them in this particular episode.
Yeah.
Okay, I do want to do a shout out to Steve, who hesitated so much to have his Beamer like get drilled into by Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
He commits though with the Beamer through here. When they're like, Dustin's like, turn now. Oh, okay. And he drives through like 3 fences, and then they're like, oh wait. Turn back around, and he's like, come on, man. Like,
So good.
I felt for Steve in that moment.
Good driver, too.
Yeah. And that's the last we see of the Turnbow trap.
Yeah.
We wrap up the Turnbow trap in the cold open of the next episode.
And it doesn't work. Classic Stranger Things.
I would say, they did what they went out to do.
Yeah.
But Derek ruins it at the very end.
Yeah.
Damn it,
The
Derek.
original plan never goes as it should.
No.
But it's a good plan. It was
Yeah.
there.
It
you
was
know.
it was a solid plan.
And it was
well
fun.
oiled.
This
Well-oiled plan.
Okay. This was so much fun. I think that's the key. We've had a fun time even talking about it. Well, let's flip over to the Upside Down, to Hopper and 11.
We're flipping.
They're also having a blast.
meat wall.
Yeah.
One of the greatest character moments in Stranger Things history, which is that we pan down to the Upside Down. I think it's the first scene of the entire episode. And Hopper is just trying to knife through the meat wall. And 11 is just trying to use her powers to get through the meat wall. This perfect. This is what these characters would do. They're having no success, but they're just
the stubbornness.
And they're not
like
even
we
working.
keep talking about.
They're not even working together.
No.
They're doing it separately.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 11's like, yeah, I can do it. I close the gate. I can open. He's like, no,
you can't. Which he is right about.
You had a,
she can't do
you had a
it.
full battery, didn't make it dead.
Right. I was glad they mentioned all that, though, to show. Because, I mean, a lot of us might have thought, like, gosh, she closed the gate. Like, that was huge. That was a wall.
That meat wall's strong.
The meat wall is strong.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there trying to figure out what to do, and some military guys come up with a bunch of trucks, and
the hedgehog.
Yeah. One of them pees on the meat wall, and they are pulsing this thing from the hedgehog, which what we all refer to, or what Hopper and 11 refer to as kryptonite.
Yeah.
Right.
11's kryptonite, and it's just, just vibrating her. So we learn about that for the first time. The reveal of kryptonite was, I thought, really good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fantastic. 'Cause I didn't think something like that was popping up this season at all.
Really?
That the government actually solved
get something right. Yeah.
Yeah.
My thought was, how do they know? How did they know how to make this thing that could? I mean, we know now that they had Kali, but like we didn't at the time know that they had anybody else. So how did they know to defeat or to like disable her powers like that? That's what was going through my head.
Yeah. They've had a few methods like that, like the collar in season 4.
Yeah.
Henry had the thing in his neck, so it's they kind of have things that they know work against superhumans like this.
Yeah,
they
that's right.
Developed a new machine for it
I
that they
guess.
could plant on a Humvee.
Presumably they still have Brenner's, research on file as well.
Really about that.
Tax funded being it. I'm props to them again. They found an interesting way to make sure that 11 isn't just Superman who could solve everything. In season 1, she doesn't know anybody. Season 2, she runs away. Season 3, she uses her battery too much. Season 4, she doesn't have her powers. The Superman problem is real. You can't have 11 just able to just fix everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we have this kryptonite. The first thing the military has gotten right. She gives away their position because she's suffering. They just open fire.
Oh, yeah.
Military.
Just blow through that billboard.
Yeah. The billboard fight at the meat wall.
I'm jumping ahead here a little bit, but
Okay.
when Hopper starts shooting back and he shoots out what do you call it again? The kryptonite machine.
The hedgehog.
Yeah.
The way it blows up is like so 80s.
Yeah.
It's so Star Wars.
That's exactly like the Death
that was
Star.
the original trilogy right there. I have that noted down.
You do? Oh my God.
The way it blows up, it looks like original trilogy Star Wars.
100%. That's exactly what I thought. Like, this is so 80s. There's no special effects or anything. It's, yeah.
It looks like the way the Death Star originally blew up back in the 1977 first movie. Also, shout out to the way that Hopper throws those grenades. I think you called it out when it was happening. Kirk. Risky.
I know.
Right?
I had a moment where I was like, are they going to make it over the billboard?
Like, he's got a lot of confidence throwing those suckers.
Yeah.
Just pulls those pins and just double-handed from a sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets it over the billboard, perfectly placed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, Hop.
And 11, classic arrogant 11, doesn't just throw the guy, but throws the truck into the guy. I've just been kryptonited for, a good, 5-10 minutes here, and then I'm just going to get out of it and throw a truck at a guy.
Yeah, wouldn't it have been less expendable effort to just throw the guy?
That's what I was thinking.
That's true. That 11's a little bit of a show off.
Yeah, she is.
Though let's look at Hopper throwing 2 grenades over a billboard as well. It's a bit of a show off.
Peas in a pod. Yeah.
Peas in a pod. They keep one guy alive, Lieutenant Akers. They take him to the junkyard where they're already, having this antagonistic thing because he is the freak. The freak was here. He's so passionate about 11 as a bad person.
Yeah.
Did you? I fully got the season 1 bully vibes from that when he says the freak. Did either of you think that? I don't know. It just seemed so.
Now that you say that, this is probably. I had written down that he has such a punchable face. And the last time I wrote that down was the bully Troy. is that Troy's dad? No, I'm just kidding. No, but I agree. I get season 1 bully vibes from this.
She's a freak.
Yes.
That is like what he's saying when they're at the
gymnasium.
Oh, in the gymnasium.
When he makes her pee.
Yeah.
Or she makes him pee, and other times, I really see that. That tone is there. And it clearly shows that he's a bit of like a zealot as well. Like he's a true believer. He's not just there to do a job. He hates her and hates that she blew up his friends in the helicopter they were just flying around looking at the sights. Right? They weren't shooting any scientists.
And I love how Hopper I feel so sorry for you. It's like so sarcastically.
I want to talk about the dynamic between Hopper and 11 here. I think Hopper is again missing the mark with 11, not trusting her again, being too overprotective. Okay. Again.
Kirk?
You don't think so?
This is 11 not listening again. This is Hopper trying to be like, Hopper's idea is, let's find the next convoy, let's go back, tell everybody what we found, and let's make a new plan. Perfectly logical. No. 11, let's figure out what the wall is and blow through it.
He peed on it. He knows what it is.
And let's figure out more, though. I think she is fully in the right here. I think she's making the right choice. If they had left and gone with the others, they would have missed the opportunity. I think she knows that this guy is not going to give up any information. Kirk, I love being at odds with you.
I know, but neither of them, as she calls it, compromise, halfway happy, neither of them get what they want. Hopper goes in there trying to figure out what the wall is, doing what 11 wants. Let's figure out what the wall is. Asks nothing about the convoy. 11 gets sidetracked and goes, what's Dr. K? What's behind this? What's behind that? What's behind this?
There's a base.
But that is really important information, though.
Is it?
I think she finds out the important thing when she's in his mind. She figures out the things that he's hiding. He's not hiding anything about the wall. I don't think they understand what the wall is. But she sees that he's hiding something else. She knows that they need to know what that is.
She just keeps stubbornly pushing forward, and Hopper's like, let's take a breath and figure out what we're doing. Before you get kryptonited again. Let's take a breath.
She found out very important information. Sorry, Miles. Miles, it's your turn. We could argue all day about
I'm the
this.
tiebreaker here. I have major notes for 11's investigative abilities on here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she is getting completely sidetracked, going off by instinct. And like, she's like, he peed on it. He peed on it, so he knows about it. And like, but... Also, like, I don't think Hopper's really saying take a breath. I think Hopper's so focused on getting her out and protecting because he wants to blow himself up with dynamite.
We shouldn't forget about that.
He's doing it again. He's sidelining everybody so he can just go fix it. They're both. This is our weakest team right now. Yeah. Hopper and 11 are just not working together. Unfortunately for this guy with the punchable face, he's just getting so, I don't know. I don't even know what I want to say about this scene, but the face-to-face like passion between Hopper and this guy, it is like one of the most tense things in Stranger Things. We have so many like adventures and battles going on, but this just like screaming at each other. It's like there is something so real about it.
So I actually wanted to talk about this. I spent so much energy defending 11, but
as you should. This is the big plot of the Stranger Still podcast. Your two disagreement on this.
It will be solved at some point.
I do feel like it feels like we're flirting with a line of ethics here. I mean, she is she's interrogating this guy. It's obviously really painful for him. Yeah. Now, does she know that he's in pain? I don't know that she knows he's in a lot of pain while she's doing this, but he clearly is.
I don't think
I think she's doing it faster than she's ever done it before. She's trying to like pull open a door that he hasn't seen inside of his mind.
Yeah, which I think brain damages him pretty hard.
Oh, yeah. Well, apparently not enough because he's up and shooting later in the season. So, yeah, I don't know. But I just kind of started thinking like Vecna could he can get into people's minds, and like this kind of creates a similarity between her and Vecna that I don't like the feeling of, and I don't really think it's going in that direction, but I feel like the Duffer Brothers maybe meant to put a little bit of friction right there.
I like that. I definitely think she's being irresponsible inside of his mind. And honestly, I watched the behind the scenes with this actor, and he's such a nice guy.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah, so it actually made the scene like worse for me to rewatch. He said, me and my mom, sent in the tape for the audition. My mom was Hopper, and she read the interrogation scenes. And when I got the part, I called my mom and I said, "Mom, we got booked." And I'm like watching this guy, like, well, now I'm gonna go press play on him just being absolutely mind
I feel
tortured.
so bad now.
Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up for you.
No. It was nice to see Hopper interrogating again, like being a cop again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's
that tone is really good. Frank Darabont, if there's anything that he's ever done for Stranger Things, that scene in particular, really another good one.
Yeah.
Really good tension there in just a 2-person scene. I love that type of thing. I did want to point out, she absolutely is determined that Henry is in that door, and she does not see Henry.
But she makes a conclusion.
Yep. I knew instantly that it wasn't Henry, and I think this is when I thought that, oh my God, it's Callie or Collie.
Really?
It's Collie.
Oh, you thought
and
that
I
early.
think that's when I started to tap you the first time. Was like, I have a theory, and you just kind of
brushing you
like,
off.
because we're watching a show for the very first time, and I'm
Waiting for
interrupting
3
you.
years.
Yeah.
I know, but this was like, oh my gosh. I bet it's Collie. Like, I didn't know, obviously, until we saw it. But that was when I was like, oh, my God. It's not Vecna. It can't be that easy. They're definitely not going to have that be Vecna in there.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't Vecna. I knew 11 would be wrong about that. But I was not on to the sister thing.
Yeah.
So,
man.
And I was like,
Me
I was
neither.
really curious to what was behind that door as well.
Yeah.
Because, just why is it so guarded? I mean, just so
Right.
classic. And, you have to know.
Right.
Well, we'll find out in next episode, The Sorcerer. All right, we got one last plot to wrap up. It's a pretty quick one. We see Holly. We see she's in the Creel house, which we did see at the end of season 2. Now she's having breakfast. A really nice breakfast. Nice spread.
Beautiful
all sorts of
sunlit
fruit.
room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Henry Vecna, Mr. Whatsit. He said that he chose, the actor gave an interview that he thinks that Vecna chose Holly first because she's the hardest to break, the smartest one. And if he can break her,
You can break
all
the
the
rest.
others will-
And that's
will
why he's
follow.
going after Derek after that. And
it kind of makes a little more sense to me. What doesn't make sense to me is, why does he give her music? So he says, I'm going to go for the day. That was a good breakfast. Don't go in the woods and check the mail. I got you a present. Here's some music of your favorite song. When music has been one of the things that has defeated him, specifically running up that hill and Kate Bush. Why does he do that? That is such an interesting choice.
Do you have thoughts on this?
I am baffled by Vecna's plan right now, and I will talk about that on the next episode as well. But yeah, I don't know why he does that.
Yeah.
I don't know why he leaves her at all.
Yeah, was he on his way to the battle at the Big Mac?
I think he needs to leave her.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
How much time is this on foot? Like, aren't we in his mind?
yeah. So I don't know. I don't understand Vecna's plan there or his
Is he
thoughts.
scanning for Max.
I guess he was like putting her through a loyalty test or something like that.
I think
Like,
he's
maybe.
tucking. I think he's trying to tuck her safely in this part of his mind, this memory, while he goes and steals the other kids. And that's what I think he's trying to do.
He does have a lot to do.
He wants
Yeah.
her to be comfortable,
guy.
and like he. I kind of have a bit to say about this, because at first I was like, oh my gosh, Holly's like so happy, whatever, after her parents were like almost murdered, right? But rewatching it, like, she does feel uncomfortable here, knowing that her parents were super injured, even when he says they're going to be fine, they're going to make a full recovery. And she definitely still trusts Henry. He's built up that trust. But I think, so when he says something about the blackberries, how do you like the blackberries? I know they're your favorite. And she says, how did you know blackberries were my favorite? I feel like that is perfectly scripted in there to have her have this level of doubt that makes it easier for her to believe Max in the next episode. Like, he hasn't fully broken her. I like what you said, that the actor said that he chose her because he felt like she was the hardest to break. And I think he hasn't fully broken her. And this is like, I don't know, like a little piece of showing that hasn't happened.
Because an adult would be like, wait, I didn't tell you this. What? How do you know that? Oh, where are we?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that that's true. I feel like...
Honestly, it seems like a nice place. I might just hole up here. Whatever the guy wants to do,
know, right?
I'll just hang out at this house.
Giving me everything I want. Yeah.
I feel like we pivoted from your question about the music.
I don't know where there's an answer.
I feel like there is a potential answer here that he knows that music is what gets people out, brings them back to wakefulness. I don't know. So he's using that as a way to keep her in here. Like she trusts him so much. She associates her
trying
like
to
love of
reverse
this music.
engineer it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's just the thought.
Well, don't listen to the cover on Tiffany's album, same album, called "I Saw Him Standing There." It's a cover of the Beatles. It's horrible. It's horrific. That's not going to get anybody saved. She puts on his sister's clothes, which is interesting. A nice reminder that Henry snapped and slaughtered his little sister. So good little nugget right there.
Wonderful memory.
And I love the line when she's like talking. She is kind of doubting it, and she's got the letter from what she thinks is Henry to go out into the woods, and she's talking to the tape cassette. What do you know about monsters? You're a pop star. Like, I love that line. That's so kid.
Yeah, right.
Wait, hold on. Did you guys know this right away that it was his sister's old room that she's
they're in the Creel house. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, but I did not catch that the first time we watched it. It wasn't until the second time I was like, oh, that's right. All of these dresses that she's trying on.
Yeah. It was a pretty well-oiled plot line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you with the well-oiled.
I loved that she said all of that stuff, goes to her sisters, puts the Alice in Wonderland stuff on, and she decides, yes, I'm going to go out into the woods. And she's like, Henry needs help. And she's trapped in the cave. What happens in the cave? She comes to the cave. Oh, she sees Max.
Yeah.
And she runs.
But we don't. And she runs. She hides there. She's got her fire stick poker. And then we pan up Max Mayfield back in action.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Great moment.
Yeah. I knew it was Max as soon as she rang the doorbell. I just was like, oh,
and you said that. You did say that.
And I think
I agreed too, because we had talked about that was the most likely place for Max in our preview when he said they're all in here and stuff.
I do want to know, okay, I've gotten two predictions right, but I feel like I've only gotten those right because they were two things that I willed into existence with how much I wanted them to happen. Like the Collie thing, I wanted her to come back, especially in the final season. I talk about that a lot. And then I just knew that Max was somehow in his mind. So like I was relentlessly talking about that. So I think that's the only reason I got anything right this season.
I think the Duffers are listening. This is a public domain podcast.
Yeah.
I think that's clear.
And you willed it into existence.
Yeah. And you're welcome, guys.
I did not know it was Max until she started chasing Holly.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, that's Max. Gotta be Max.
Yeah.
Like, once I knew it wasn't Henry or a monster, I was like, oh, duh. Yeah, like, I hadn't put it together yet. I don't know why.
I knew it was Max the whole time. It's just like
at the doorbell.
I knew it at the doorbell. And my reason is lame, but I just knew the actor is too good to not be talking, and she's not just going to lay there.
Right.
I'm surprised it took 3 episodes, to be honest. I just knew, like, just practically how shows are made, how much money they're paying her.
Yeah.
You don't pay a Sadie Sink to sit on the bench. Like, I just feel like I knew it was her.
She does some good laying. In that coma.
Honestly, coma performance was on point.
It was on point.
All right, let's get to our finale of the episode. Kirk's funny moment, Kathleen's feeler moment, and Miles's music moment. Kirk, let's start with you.
Got some good ones here. Sticking with Holly. Barf bag is such a good insult. You barf bag. That's fantastic.
The way she says it to the barf bag.
Yeah,
perfect.
Just so good. Just her hatred for Derek. I hope that they are in volume 2 a lot together.
Well, they're now tubed up together.
They're both there, yeah. I thought this was subtle, but Murray was fantastic with this line. He's giving out all this stuff and he doesn't have what Dustin wants. Here's some like spark plugs or something.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, also giving out free hugs.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I love that line.
But, I mean, truly, tell mom to go suck a fat one, and
Yeah.
that entire pie scene is just a classic. I can watch that scene again and again and again, and just laugh.
Mom can suck a
What's
fat
so funny is like your mom would have. Oh, she would have smacked that right out of your mouth if she ever heard you say that.
That's why it was so shocking.
know,
You can't
right?
say that.
Right? There's so many funny moments in this one.
Oh, man.
Robin's on perpetually insincere. Here's her mom tells her that.
Oh, yeah. My mom
Because
does
I
that.
sound perpetually insincere.
Just so many good moments in here.
I'm so glad we had this episode, and those are all like classic funny moments, some of the best. I'm so glad we had this because I thought people were going to be like, oh, the volume is good, but it's too dark. We started on a cliffhanger, started in the action. No one is saying that, and I think it's largely because of this episode.
Yeah.
This episode was hilarious.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Feeler moment?
Yeah. So my feeler moment, I'm going to go back to a scene we kind of talked quite a bit about, but it's the Will and Joyce scene outside the barn. Coming at it from like another angle. Well, I guess we kind of talked about this. Sorry, I'll get into it. Most commonly, I feel like you see a growing son once they get to that age, like later teens. They're rebelling from their parents. They're kind of separating from them, especially emotionally. But you do not see that with Joyce and Will. And like, it really made me think back to season 1 when Joyce is telling Hopper that Will isn't like other kids. He's sensitive. That really comes through in this scene with Joyce. He is so attuned to Joyce's feelings. He has this, you can tell he's got a really deep emotional connection and respect for her that honestly, I don't think that you see portrayed a lot on screen. I feel like it's not like societally accepted as much as it should for like mothers and sons to have this close emotional relationship. It was super touching to see that and really refreshing too, and felt so true to Will's character, which I absolutely loved. But like he's still growing. It's like it's made clear that he's becoming an adult, but he still has this amazing relationship with Joyce. Like they both trust and love each other so much. And I just really love that. I just found this whole scene like very touching for that reason.
Nice. Yeah, I think that is not a lot of drama in that usually. It's probably why you don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
But it's perfectly used here. All right, music moment. I'm going to go with the music that happens in the driving chase where Steve and Dustin, Nancy and Jonathan first get in the Beamer and are chasing the Demogorgon across the yards and fences. What we are getting is this wild, almost techno sequence of notes. If you recall all of my moments about the van scenes when the Hawkins lab is chasing and there's a score track called Time for a 187, it is just, but it's very early 80s, very 70s. This is an updated version of it, and we're going to listen to it. We're getting towards the 90s and almost like getting like a techno sort of like slidey stereo vibe. So let's take a listen.
I got it. It's headed southeast now.
God damn it.
Jesus. All right. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Hang on.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I've got it.
Got it?
Yes, I got it.
Oh, that's like the Netflix sound.
The Netflix sound is, dang it. I was going to talk about that sound a lot. It didn't sound like Netflix to me. It sounded like 90s video games, level ups.
Yeah.
Like that. Like,
Challenge completed.
Challenge completed.
Yeah.
And they use that when we see Max as well. There's kind of.
Oh, yeah. I remember it used for that.
Yes, and guess where else they use it? After Will snaps the Demogorgons. This is a very new thing. But anyway, I love the wild, phasing pads that are going on here, and they just sound so cool. I wish I had the actual score track so I could compare it directly to Time 187, but I don't because the score's not released.
It's funny, like you were explaining the scene, I could not have recalled what the music was in that moment at all. So then, like, when you broke it down, it was just, I don't know. It had a nice beat. I'm like, I just
good.
felt so into it.
Can't wait for that score track. Ooh, work out to that one. Get on the Peloton
Oh,
with that.
that is a good workout one, yeah.
You're gonna wear yourself out in 5 minutes.
All right, let's do some quick MVPs. MVP, Erica, for me. I mean, she is amazing in the scene. She makes the dinner. I mean, it's a performance to end all performances. The chaotic good of Erica.
Oh, yeah. I'm going Mike.
Oh, yeah.
I like Mike connecting all the plans. You know, there's some holes, as Dustin points out, but, you know, and he pulls out kind of makes the plan, you know, and it's pretty solid. I mean, besides the whole kidnapping an entire family, but, you know, I mean, it's nice to see Mike taking charge. He pulls out the D&D pieces. He's like, this is what we got to do. We got this for it. We can tag this. Go find. That helps us find Holly.
Yeah.
I like Mike being in charge.
Mike having a good season.
Yeah, he really is.
Mine was the team, actually, collectively,
Oh,
specifically.
boo.
Team effort.
Specifically, Nancy, Mike, and Lucas, and you're really going to like this. I felt like they were a well-oiled machine.
Oh, did you write that down? Oh,
I did.
Lord.
I just felt like they really executed this like so well. It was so thought out, and it had this feeling of like you could tell that they have worked closely together for the past 18 months. They are really a
unit.
team. They are a unit. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. They really felt like a unit, and I just liked seeing that. So the three of them specifically in the house, I was really impressed by that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will be back for the final episode, which is one of the longest episodes. We went a little over on this one, so who knows? Lord knows.
Probably going over on the next one.
Probably
Lots
going
to
on
talk
the-
about.
Hey, people are listening. Thank you, everybody,
Yes,
for
thank
listening.
you so much.
All the comments that we've gotten, they're so nice.
Keep them coming. We want to know if you agree or disagree with us.
Yeah,
and-
we want to know if you agree.
But not the disagree.
No,
Yeah.
actually, a number of people have commented things that we've learned from their comments.
Oh,
And been like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Other
so,
perspectives.
Yes,
Like,
we
oh my
actually
gosh,
do
I
need
didn't
that.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause
thank you.
We're just a
Please.
bunch. We're just a group of like people.
Schmucks, is that what you're
I
gonna
was
say?
gonna say schmucks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we're just sitting around a table. We have like no like business. We have no
Expertise, yeah.
TV critic business. We don't even know really how to run a podcast. We'd have no ads. We're not even trying to make. You could send us money. We'll send it back. We'll send it back. We'll say, "Girl, get yourself a Funko." We're not here for anything else other than just talk about Stranger
The
Things.
love of the show. The
Yeah.
love of the show.
Well, we appreciate it.
Well,
Keep
yes.
listening. Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us tonight. My name is Kathleen.
I'm Miles.
I'm Kirk.
Bye.